सलीम तुझे मरने नहीं देगा और हम मनार कली तुझे जीने नहीं देंगे।
Monumental dialogue from K Asif's Mughal-e-Azam, unarguably one of the finest films made in the history of Indian cinema.
मैं हिंदुस्तान हूँ, हिमालय मेरी सरहदों का निगहबान है, गंगा मेरी पवित्रता की सौगंध। तारीख की इब्तिदा से मैं अंधेरों और उजालों का साथी हूँ।
A 22-minute documentary has been launched by Shah Rukh Khan's Red Chillies Entertainment, a tribute from Akbar Asif to K Asif. This documentary is in two versions, with Shah Rukh Khan superbly hosting it in English and Urdu, respectively.
एक अजीम डायरेक्टर अपने फन को फिल्मी पर्दे पर लाने के लिए सुनहरे ख्वाब देखता है, गंगा जमनी ख्यालात का महल बनाता है। In order to fulfill the wishes of his father, Akbar Asif tried and tried for the longest time. And eventually, his attempts paid off. The world witnessed the colorful Mughal-e-Azam.
Several contemporary actors have expressed their reverence towards Mughal-e-Azam in this documentary, and notably, Amir Khan is one of them.
The way that K Asif Saab has directed the film is really something. It's a heritage for our industry, for our country.
Considering Shah Rukh and Amir are known to be professional rivals and have had their share of tiffs, it's an interesting development. When Mughal-e-Azam was released in 1960, 85% of the film was in black and white, and only 15% of it was in color. K Asif's son Akbar Asif colorized the entire film, and this documentary chronicles that process. The most notable aspect is the mesmerizing paintings made by M.F. Hussain. Hussain at work is a sheer treat to watch.
In itself is a visual treat, the way K Asif, the great director, has visualized. It is almost like doing a painting. That's why I was attracted towards it, because it is visually strong.
Just check him out, passionately reacting to Teri Qismat Mein Aazma Kar, or Akbar Asif pulling him from below a table. Business tycoon Shapoor Palanji was the financier for Mughal-e-Azam, and his grandson Shapoor Mistry has been involved with the intricate colorization process of this timeless classic.
As my grandfather had put in a lot of time, a lot of money into the film, and a lot of heartache as well, I wanted to do this colorization for him, and I'm sure he would have been very happy and would have really liked to see the movie in color. And it was his wish at that time also to have it in color. That's why 1/3 of the movie was in color. Now we've managed to color the whole movie.
The documentary has some rare pictures of K Asif taking you back to the golden era of Indian cinema. K Asif's granddaughter, Haya Asif, talks about a couple of extremely interesting anecdotes from the making of Mughal-e-Azam. And so does Ranbir Kapoor.
इस मोती की कीमत अदा की जाए।
And K Asif wanted real pearls, so he stopped the shoot for 1 whole month because the financiers refused to give him real pearls. But eventually he got them, so he's a true perfectionist.
One day Mr. Dilip was not feeling well and he was in his makeup room and so Hrithik Kapoor heard about this and he walked to his room like Akbar and he put his head on his lap and he started petting his head and started to speak to him like Akbar.
The scene when Prince Salim is walking back with his soldiers and he's returning to the palace after several years, and there's electricity poles on the road that he's walking on. So K Asif removed all of those poles just for 2 shots.
Mr. Bachchan gives an engrossing first-hand account of this riveting scene from the film and how the cinema-going audience had reacted to it when it was released first.
आज भी याद है मुझे जब वो शॉट आता था कि चारों तरफ है उसका नज़ारा और एक रिफ्लेक्शन शॉट लेते थे जहाँ पर लाखों इमेजेस जो हैं वो शीशे में दिखाई देती थी उनकी। तो बिल्कुल अनचित्त तालियां बजती थी वो शॉट देख।
The documentary on Mughal-e-Azam has been mounted on the same grand scale as the film was. What one misses in it though is a lack of a point of view from any known film critic of that era, or maybe legendary radio presenter Amin Siani recounting the magnum opus in his inimitable voice would have definitely added more depth to it. Nevertheless, this documentary is a wonderful tribute from a son to a father, and as MF Hussain has rightly said that a film like Mughal-e-Azam is made once in a century.
It's an epic, it's एक statement है, it's a film that I think our cinema is proud of.
To create such a film, I think K Asif has to come back to this world. And nobody else can create that.
I truly believe it's one of the finest films that has come out of Indian cinema. I mean, as a student of cinema, I have learned so much from K Asif's Mughal-e-Azam.
Such a film, come to existence once in a century.